What's going on, guys? It's me, Dreamliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have the GeminiJets September 2024 releases for you guys. I'm super excited to see what GeminiJets has to offer for September 2024. We're just around this is the beginning of quarter 4 of 2024, as we're about to approach 2025 soon. So, GeminiJets, what do they have to offer for September 2024? So, super excited to see what they have to offer. We got a couple of future releases. Now, I'm gonna have to make this quick, because like most of my other videos are like very long whenever I do these releases, but I will have to make this quick so you can see some future releases like this LYZ 8050 completed Air 777-200DR freighter, and then the Delta MD-88 and the Ron Allen livery, and then all the various others. So that's your future releases. Not gonna like go through all of them, so we're just gonna get straight to the September releases from GeminiJets. We're gonna first start off with all the various releases from the August releases from last month. Everything is by now. We got a couple of nice models to take a look at, like this Delta A321, looking very nice, and then we also have this Delta 764, also looking very nice in the Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation, or Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So looking very nice right there. This is the current one. The Iberia Sierra J1000 is a new mold from GeminiJets, so this is a new mold as you see right here. At first glance, I thought GeminiJets did this before, but this is actually their new mold. So this is their debut of Gemini's Sierra J1000 mold. We also got the 737 MAX 8 from United. This is the second re-release of this aircraft, or the second release, and honestly, I think it looks much more better than the previous one. So, as for the, I think that's 1200. Well, that's Gemini Maxes. So we have some Gemini Maxes. As for the buy it nows for all the 1200s, everything is buy it now for 1200. And yeah, so we're gonna get started. Well, before we get into the releases, I'm currently right now in Seattle for vacation as of this recording. So I got a nice view from my apartment. Well, it's one of my family members' apartment complex. So here's a picture of that from the view of the window, looking over downtown Seattle. Overall, really nice stay here. I'm gonna be returning home to California within the next couple of hours, so might as well do these releases here in Seattle. So yeah, gonna be exciting. So with that being said, as we scroll down, we got our September 2024 releases for 1/400 scale. So I'm super excited to see what GeminiJets has to offer. So yeah, and once again, I'm gonna have to make this quick because I'm not sure, because I would also have need some help from my parents later on, but they let me record. So with that being said, we're gonna get started right away. So I do want to get a sip first because I'll be talking for a bit. It's gonna be a bit of a duration for me talking. So with that being said, let's get started with the GeminiJets September 2024 releases. So we're gonna start things off in the 1/400 department. So let's see what we have first. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay, we're starting things off strong as we do have the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 in the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. This special livery is now very special to me because of this. So it's kind of like a very interesting story because yesterday I was out at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport doing some plane spotting with Lucas, and we saw this aircraft, and this was actually my first time seeing an Alaska 737 MAX 8, and I was just so lucky enough to actually see this aircraft for the first time. Therefore, GeminiJets releasing this model today is really, what an interesting turn of events right here. So right here we have the Alaska 737 MAX 8 in the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. This is Alaska's newest aircraft type in their fleet, so really quite the turn of events right here. Saw the Honoring Those Who Serve MAX 8 yesterday, and GeminiJets decided to release it in their September 2024 releases. Wow, that is amazing right there. So this aircraft is registered November 806 Alpha Kilo. The price is $56.95, but if you can get this at the Alaska Company store, then it's gonna be cheaper than that. So I may try to get this from the Alaska Company store one time. But man, what a coincidence. What a coincidence. That's just awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna get that alongside the regular livery MAX 8. So I think I'll probably get this one first. This Honoring Those Who Serve first, and then I'll decide for the regular livery MAX 8. So that's your Honoring Those Who Serve Alaska MAX 8 right there. Alright, moving on downwards. Next up, wow, Allegiant MAX 8-200. So here we go. This is a new aircraft type for Allegiant. I'm not sure if this aircraft has been delivered, or not sure when the delivery for this aircraft is, but this is a new aircraft type for Allegiant, and therefore, like, they have a couple of Airbuses. I think there might be some Allegiant Allegiant Max 8 200s in like Boeing Field right now, kind of like doing their and like the factories of in Washington, I'm guessing. But yeah, really cool to see GeminiJets making this Allegiant Max 8 200. The Max 8 200 is different compared to the regular Max 8, as it has a door plug on this aircraft right here, and it can seat more passengers. So really nice choice from GeminiJets right there. So that aircraft was registered November 810 Mike Gulf, and the price is the same price as for the honoring those who serve Max 8. Next up, we should have is a Delta. Oh, what is this? Delta 767 400ER. What is this? This is the Island H. Lauder, if I'm pronouncing it. Oh, this is the previous Delta Breast Cancer Research Foundation movie. So this is on the exact same I think it's on the exact same plane. 845. Yes, 845. So this was on the exact same plane as like GeminiJets last month, but this is the previous livery of the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And overall, I think it looks very interesting how Delta Airlines decided to go for an all pink livery before they transition into like a more vibrant one where like the ribbon, like the red ribbon or like a hot pink ribbon wraps around the entire fuselage. So this was a really unique design back then for Delta Airlines, since they mostly have the blues, but they decided to go for pink. Honestly, it would have been cool if they had the Delta titles all pink. So that is the aircraft right there. Same registration as like they did last month, but yeah, once again, 845 Mike Golf, November 845 Mike Golf. Yeah, previous livery. Alright, so now we move on. Next up, we should have okay. Nice one. Oh, this is a really cool retro model right here. We have a Delta Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-90. This is so cool. MD-90 in the Colors of Motion livery. Oh, wow. That's a cool release right there. So, here's the Delta MD-90. They actually had like a couple of MD-90s before they retired them in 2020, but it's really cool to see a Colors of Motion MD-90 being made at 1/400 scale. And yeah, the MD-90 is just like, it's another aircraft on the Mad Dog series. It's just stretched longer than the MD-80. So, really cool. I might see if I can try to get this alongside the MD-88 they released 2 months ago. So, really cool stuff from GeminiJets, of course. And this is like in the previous Delta titles during the Colors of Motion. So as you can see, it's not like the sharp edges, but this one is more like the curved edges. Hang on guys, I'll take this call. Okay, one phone call later, and then we're back on track. So as you can see, really nice choice for GeminiJets to release the Delta MD-90. This aircraft is registered November 9010, Delta November. Price is $56.95. The 764 costs $63.95, but yeah, the same price as all these other Maxes. Alright, next up, we have a Discover Airlines Airbus A330-300. So, real cool model from the European side of things. Now, Discover Airlines is just like a rebrand of Eurowings Discover. So, as you can see, it's kind of like the Eurowings Discover livery, but the tail design is just like different. It's another Eurowings scheme. I do like the fact they added like a black mass on the aircraft right there. So as you can see, Discover. And I do like the pattern from like a gold on the very top to like a light blue fading into like a very dark blue at the bottom of the fuselage. So that's really cool right there. And yeah, that's Discover. Once again, they are like the rebrand of Eurowings Discover. So that aircraft is registered Delta Alpha India Kilo Kilo. The price is $62.95. Next up, there's like a filled in like background over there, so you can see what that is. It's a Lufthansa Cargo MD-11 freighter. This is the last ever MD-11 in their fleet with the Farewell MD-11 title. So I think they released the 1-200 counterpart, I'm guessing last year or like early 2024. It's kind of like slipping on my mind, but I'm guessing it's somewhere between Q4 of 2023 is when they released a 1-200 counterpart. So now they're gonna release a 1-400 counterpart featuring this aircraft right there. So it has a thank you MD-11 farewell with a heart right there. Of course, they were the last European airline to retire or operate the MD-11 freighter. So it really makes sense that Lufthansa will be placing this decal. There's also a decal that's also inside a cargo bin, which I think that's really cool right there. So that aircraft is registered Delta Alpha Lima Charlie Charlie. The price is $62.95. Your typical price for your wide bodies right there. Next up, we have a Qantas Link Airbus A320. They just released this in 1/200 scale last month, so now we're gonna release it in 1/400 scale. So yeah, this is like a new aircraft from the Qantas Link fleet. I'm guessing this might replace their 717s, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But on that, should be a good model for the Australian collectors right there. That aircraft is registered Victor Hotel X-Ray 4 Bravo, and yeah, the price is the same price as your narrow bodies. Next up, okay, this is very interesting. So we have a Trump Vans Boeing 737-800. Now, not to get all political or anything, this is a very interesting livery. And yeah, I'm not really much of a political person, I'll say, but it's a very nice livery. So you got the Make America Great Again tiles, you got the US flag on a blue background on the tail, Trump Vans, and yeah, this is all like Trump's campaign stuff for the election this year. Not gonna go into further details, not gonna talk about Trump or Vance or his running mates, but yeah, very nice livery overall, and I think GeminiJets will do a good job on it. So that aircraft is registered November 9017 X-Ray Alpha, and this is a Eastern operated aircraft, and yeah, this is the price for your narrow bodies. Next up, we should have, okay, nice. We have a United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the Saul Bass livery. Is it Saul? Oh my god, it is the Saul Bass livery. Okay, this is really cool right here. So, I have a couple of Saul Basses in my collection. I have the DC-10, and I have the 747 SP and the 747-400. So, really cool to see GeminiJets making a 757 in the Saul Bass livery. This has the Pratt & Whitney engines with no winglets, so that's kind of tempting, I'll say. Of course, I like collecting United models, but this is a really cool retro model, I'll say. So, that's might be on my list. I haven't really decided, fully 100% decided, but this should be a cool model from GeminiJets right there. So that aircraft is registered November 536 Uniform Alpha, and the price is $58.95. Alright, so I think that should be it for the 1/400s, and yeah, so quite of a small 1/400 set. I mean, there's not much on Asian stuff. You just only got one Oceanic stuff, but it's kind of heavy on all the American stuff in the 1/400 department. But real cool releases. I'm guessing this is one of my favorite releases, the Honoring Those Who Serve, despite the fact seeing that aircraft yesterday, so that's really cool. Moving on, we have our Gemini Max releases, so let's see what a Gemini Max is. I think there will be one. Oh, we have a couple. We have there was a US Air Force somewhere. But we do have a Turkish Air Force Airbus A400 Atlas. So let's take a look at that. If it loads. So really cool aircraft from the Turkish Air Force. So yeah, this is their Airbus A400. You can see the registration of the aircraft right there and the Turkish flag, and then some kind of emblem right there. So that's really cool. You got an extender to where the aircraft would be refueled. So really cool to see GeminiJets doing another Airbus A400 Atlas. I hope they can do a Royal Air Force Airbus A400 Atlas really soon. So that aircraft is registered 18-0093. The price is $61.95. And we do also have a US Air Force aircraft too. So we have okay, wait a minute. Okay, there's a Boeing C-17 Glowmaster from Dover Air Force Base. Okay, am I dreaming or something? Or okay, because I have not seen this C-17 yet. I was thinking in my head it's the McConnell Air Force Base, since I did see that on the Capitol Air Show this year. But it's really cool to see GeminiJets do a Dover Air Force Base C-5 Galaxy. Not C-5 Galaxy. C-17 Glowmaster. I was thinking of the C-5 because they also have, I'm not sure they have C-5s in their fleet, but really cool to see one made in 1/400 scale. So that aircraft is registered 06-6168. The price is $58.95. Okay, so now we'll move on to our 1/200 department. So we got our 1/200 scales right there. We're gonna not waste further time, as we're gonna get started right away. So let's see what we have first. We have a Conquest Air Convair C131F Sarmiton, if I'm guessing, but I'm thinking just an old airplane, probably a turboprop, I guess. Yeah, it's a turboprop. So this is a Conquest Air C131F. So I'm thinking this could be is this a freighter aircraft? But really cool to see this aircraft being made. These rarely fly, and I think guessing you'll find many of these in like Miami, I guess, but really cool to see. This one made a 1-400 scale, not 1-400, 1-200 scale. So that aircraft registration November 342 Golf Sierra. And yeah, a very nice looking livery for this aircraft, I'll say. I like the black nose shade right there, the black glare anti-protection thing. So really cool to see that made in 1-200. Next up we should have is a Copa Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9. So we're gonna take a look at that. So here's the Copa 737 MAX 9 made in 1-200 scale. The price is $110.95, and yeah, kind of like the same. They already released a 1-400 scale version of this aircraft, so it should be a nice version of the Panama Collector, since I mean, like, this is like a United Airlines knockoff livery, but yeah, it is what it is. So that aircraft is registered Hotel Papa 9907 Charlie Mike Papa. Very long registration right there. Probably one of the longest registrations in like the world, like for a particular plane. Next up we have a FedEx Express Boeing 777-200 freighter. So just like a 777 freighter in general. So let's take a look at that. It's in the Panda Express livery, so Panda Express decals in this case. So really cute livery right there. You got the Panda, and yeah, this aircraft was used to transport pandas back to China. So that's the reason why they added this livery right there on this particular plane. That aircraft is registered November 886 Foxtrot Delta, and the price is $166.95. Next up, we should have... Okay, here we go. So we got our first Bombardier CRJ-1000 mold coming in at 1-200 scale. So we have the same exact plane. This is the Iberia Regional CRJ-1000. Okay, after another phone call, it's really cool to see that GeminiJets is doing the CRJ-1000 in 1-200 scale this time. So really nice to see this from GeminiJets. So that aircraft, of course, they released this last month. So that aircraft was registered Echo Charlie Mike Victor Zulu. The price is $93.95. Alright, next up, we have a Lufthansa Airbus A321neo, and this is the 6,000th Airbus aircraft. I'm thinking did they release this in 1-400 scale? I'm not really quite sure if they released this in 1-400 scale already, but I'm guessing this is the first time they released this. I'm not really quite sure, but really cool to see a Lufthansa 1-200 Airbus A321neo made. And yeah, well, I mean, it should be a nice model, I say. It should be a nice model in 1-200 scale. But other than that, it should be a good model for all the European and German collectors. So that aircraft is registered Delta Alpha India Echo Quebec, and the price is the same price as that Copa Max 9. Next up, we should have Reno Air McDonnell Douglas MD-90 in 1-200. That is amazing. Another awesome model for the retro collectors right there in 1-200 scale. There she is. It has the skier over there. Yeah, there's like different variations of Reno Air's MD-90s. There's the Ski Lake Tahoe right there on the engines. That's the titles. And the price is $112.95. That aircraft is registered November 905 Romeo Alpha. So that is the MD-90 from Reno Air. Next up we have, oh, this is so cool. We have a United Airlines Boeing 727-100 in 1-200 scale. Oh my god, and I think this is the first 727 ever. I think that has to... Oh, it's nice in the Sol... It's in the Solbass livery, so that is absolutely amazing right there. That is... Okay, that should be a cool model for the 1-200 department. I hope they can release this in 1-400 next month so I can at least get this. But it's really cool to see them make a United Solbass 727. Gemini has been going heavy on these Solbass aircraft as of late. I'm really surprised. So that's really cool to see right there. So that is the United 727. That aircraft is registered November 7001 uniform, which is, I'm guessing that is the first ever Boeing 727 ever built. So that's really cool right there. And yeah, given the fact that it's a 727-100, it makes sense. So that aircraft is registered November 144. No, I think I already said the registration. But the price is $114, excuse me, and 95 cents. Alright, so next up, and then we have a United 737 MAX 8 re-release in 1-200 scale. Of course, it's the exact same registration they did last month in 1-400 scale. So there it is. Nice evil blue aircraft, of course, and yeah, very nice addition to the United collectors. Personally, I may try to, I'm on the fence if I want to get a 1-200 737 MAX 8, but I never flown with this aircraft yet, but hopefully soon. So it should be a nice model for the United collectors right there. So that aircraft registration November 17265, and the price is $110.95. I think we got a couple of military planes. Actually, we don't. We have a WestJet Softy 40B. So we have this aircraft right there. It's in the current livery, I'm guessing. So come on, load. Okay, it's kind of like loading a bit, but yeah, should be a nice model for the Canadian collectors, especially if they're a fan of the Saab 340. These aircraft rarely fly. I think you'll find a lot of these in Canada, but other than that, should be a nice model for many Canadian collectors once again. And yeah, the WestJet Saab 340 is a very nice aircraft in the fleet. So that aircraft is registered Charlie Golf India Lima. Charlie Golf India. I'm guessing India or Lima Alpha. The price is $86.95. Our next aircraft on deck, we have, ooh, this is really cool. We have, I'm guessing this is a different airline, I guess. But I'm thinking this is Widaroo. I'm guessing that's a very interesting aircraft. I have never seen an aircraft like, I've never seen this airline before. I've never heard about it, but it's really cool. I'm not sure where they're from. Norway. Okay, they're from Norway, so really cool to see this aircraft. Made in 1/200 scale, and maybe we'll see a 1/400 counterpart next month. So that aircraft is registered in Lima November Whiskey Echo, Lima November Whiskey Echo Alpha, and the price is $103.95. Alright, moving on down, and that's it for all the releases. So really interesting stuff for September 2024. I like the varieties of like various planes in the 1/200 department, but what I think they kind of got a little heavy on the 1/200 department, but they got some nice releases. So I'll make this outro quick because I got some business with my family to do. So the models I will be getting is this Alaska 737 MAX 9, well not MAX 9, MAX 8 in the honoring those who serve livery. I'll also get, okay, I'm trying to make sure. So Alaska 737 MAX 8 in the honoring those who serve livery is the first model I'll be getting for this release set. Alongside with that, I'll also get the Delta MD-90 as well. And I'm kind of like on the fence on this Trump 737-800, the Trump Vance livery. So that I'm kind of like on the fence with that. Also on the fence of this Allegiant 737 MAX 8 because I'm not sure. Because like haven't seen them yet, but hopefully soon. And I'll also be getting this United Solbass 757-200 because that is absolutely amazing right there. So overall, great release set from GeminiJets. If I were to give a rating for this, I'll say it's about like an 84-83%. I mean, it's a good release set, but not much on diversity. Once again, really heavy on the 1/400 department, but still a good release set. And overall, I want to hear from you guys on what models you'll be getting for this release set. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video. And turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. Need to breathe a little bit. So, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.